I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1-2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Collinsville Sports Complex here in Collinsville on the western side of town. I am Todd Duke, Chris Keller, Kahok Sports Network, as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Alton Lady Redbirds. And we welcome you into the pregame show brought to you today by Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahawk Chicken Sandwich. Cafe Agape been doing their thing for 10 years now. Since 2012, they've been offering the area some of the best catering and some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Give Cafe Agape a call if you have some plans for a wedding reception, a business luncheon, or just any kind of a get-together that involves a large number of people. Cafe Agape can help you out with that. And if you don't have a large number of people, well, you just call in an order and drive on down to their location on St. Louis Road, and they will hook you up with some of that food. Cafe Agape, 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Kahawks come into this contest with a even record at 4-4, also an even record in Southwestern Conference play at 1-1 under their second-year head coach Jessica Schmitling, who now has a record of 21 wins and 17 losses. Alton, they come in at 0-5. They are 0-2 in Southwestern Conference play, and they are guided by their skipper Dan Carter, who is in his 22nd year as the head softball coach at Alton, and he has 440 wins, 293 losses in those 21 years, plus the first 5 of this year. Lady Kahawks, they are coming off of a 21-0 drubbing of East St. Louis Tuesday afternoon. Game was played right here at the Collinsville Sports Complex after the fields at East St. Louis were deemed unplayable. So it was a home game, but it was an away game. 21 runs on 19 hits for Collinsville. Briley Anderton with a home run, 2 doubles, 2 stolen bases, and 4 runs batted in that game. Collinsville had 6 doubles and 3 runs scored in an RBI, and the Kahawks also had 9 stolen bases on the day. In the pitching circle, Maya Clark pitched all 4 innings, no walks, no hits, 9 straight against Highland that was postponed due to wet field conditions. So 4 days ago was their last game. That was a 12-0 loss versus Edwardsville, and that followed their conference opening loss versus O'Fallon by a score of 4-2. That was back on March the 29th. First 2 losses of the year were against Breeze. 7-0 to Breeze Mater Dei on opening day, and then 4-2 to Breeze Central just a couple of days later. Plus you throw in that 6-1 loss to Hardin Calhoun back on the 28th. That was the day before they opened Southwestern Conference play, and you have Alton standing at 0-5 on the year. All right, we have started our interview process with the seniors from all of our sports. We heard from Josh Scrum during the baseball game earlier in the week. We heard from Josh Zagorski in the volleyball world just the other night. No Josh to stop. for your Collinsville Kahawks. And my conversation with Briley comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction, items and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves, like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auction. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than Elsie's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, Elsie's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. Elsie's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food, like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. Elsie's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And Elsie's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. Elsie's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at Elsie's Pub. Elsie's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. The people, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. It's windy, it's cold, so it must be time for a softball game because that seems to be the way things go around here. We are at home today as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Alton Lady Redbirds, and we begin our interviews with our seniors on this year's team, and we start in order number of jerseys. That would be number 8, shortstop, Briley Anderson, on the varsity roster since her freshman year. Sophomore year, you didn't get to play. That got wiped out due to COVID, man. How much did that affect you as you come into this season?
Oh, it was really hard because I really wanted that opportunity to have that extra season under my belt. It was really important to me because I felt like that was another year that I didn't have trying to make memories or trying to hit goals.
All right, 3 years under your belt. Well, 2 years plus this year. Batting .442, 9 home runs, 50 runs batted in, only 14 strikeouts in 147 at-bats. That's about a tenth of a strikeout every at-bat. Is that something that you pride yourself on?
Yeah, and in fact, I wish it was actually a little lower. I pride myself on that low SOs count because I think that's really important. No strikeouts, that's a less out that they have. So I really pride myself on that.
All right, this year you're the team leader in a bunch of categories right now. Average at .667, on-base percentage of .710, 14 runs scored, 18 hits, 5 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs, 17 runs batted in. That all those I just mentioned lead the team. Another point of pride for you?
Yeah, and I hope I can carry on, and I want them to get higher as the season goes. I want records. I like that record. I'm trying to get something done. I want to feel like I made a little bit of history, but I want to do it as a team.
4 home runs this year. That matched your 4 home runs in your junior year. So you're already on pace to shatter your own personal record. Any kind of a goal in that category?
Absolutely. I want to double that. I want to maybe even triple that as a little bit of confidence, maybe even, get some people riled up. I want to get some hype to this team.
All right, let's get to know you personally. Tell me a little bit about your family, parents, siblings, pets. What you got?
I'm an only child, so that means I talk a lot. My dad, he is awesome. He runs food and beverages for a bunch of stadiums. My mom is a business owner, and I really pride that because my mom is an incredibly hard worker. My dad is it's really hard work. He works like 60 hours a day. So I want to be like my parents because I know nobody else that works as hard as them.
Got any pets?
I got 3 animals. I have 2 dogs, 1 cat. My cat is the love. I love my cat. Is my pride and joy. Every night she's in my bed.
Names of your pets?
My oldest dog is Mitzi. She is like 14 years old. Scooter is 10, and Boots is, I think, 8 years old.
I used to have a cat named Boots. All right, team stuff, softball story. How did you get started in this game of softball?
I've always had a fantasy of baseball ever since our balls, and I actually did not start playing the sport legitimately until I was about 10 years old. And I was the brand new kid on my Corey League team, and the very first pitch my coach threw me, I almost hit him right in the face. So, quite a memorable one.
I bet. All right, this segment I call my favorite things. Your favorite things, not my favorite things. All right, favorite class in high school?
Ooh, I love a science class or history. Love in science and history.
I get a lot of math from all these athletes, but I don't understand math. So anyway, your favorite sport to view, watching on TV or something like that, not necessarily the sport that you play.
Ooh, I really like football because it's really up and personal, and sometimes you can hear what they're saying. It's really interesting. Love some trash.
Favorite breakfast cereal?
Ooh, Captain Crunch or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Really funny.
Favorite music group, duo, whatever it is?
My favorite artist is probably Logic. He's really passionate about what he does. He has like this passion for people, and he loves to serve the people. So I like to be like him.
Favorite ice cream?
Anything with a lot of chocolate.
Favorite candy bar?
I love me a Hershey bar.
I knew you were going to say some chocolate. All right, so let's get back to some softball. Team expectations for this year. You had a lot of success last year, 17-13. You beat Edwardsville twice, big feather in the cap. What are the team expectations for this year?
To continue our legacy, like build off of what we continued and started last year. We talk a lot about what we have this year and how we can contribute as a team. I mean, we lost like 7 seniors. A lot of energy and a lot of snacks.
A lot of snacks. All right, final question for you. This is your senior year. You graduate next month. What is next for Briley Anderson?
Anything that goes back to the people, coaching, whether that be like for fun or like as a job, or helping people in physical therapy, like going off and playing ball and doing some physical therapy. I love it.
Thanks for letting us get to know you a little better. Good luck today.
Thank you.
That is Briley Anderson, your shortstop for your Collinsville Lady Kahok softball team. We'll take a break here on the Cafe Agape pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the starting lineups for both teams and first pitch. All that and more coming up next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com, or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. And once again, we welcome you back to the Collinsville Sports Complex here in Collinsville, and we are about ready to go here. My name is Todd Duke, Chris Keller on the other microphone, and here are your starting lineups. We begin with Alton. They are up to bat first, and you will see batting first, the catcher, Audrey Evola. Batting second, playing third base, is Alyssa Sowles. Playing first base and batting third is Elena Lastly. Reese Plant is batting in the cleanup spot and playing shortstop. In the pitcher circle, Grace Presley. She'll be pitching and batting fifth. Lauren O'Neill bats sixth and plays second base. Jordan Watzik plays left field and bats seventh. Hope Knight plays right field and bats eighth. And Emily Landite plays center field and bats in the 9 spot. So the Alton Lady Redbirds have all of their outfielders batting in the 7, 8, and 9 spots. Your Collinsville Kahawks are out in the field right now, taking their final warm-up at third base. Our pregame guest, Briley Anderton, at shortstop. Maya Clark is at second base. Alex Jakic is at first base. Mackenzie Young is behind the plate. And in the pitching circle for Collinsville is Marissa Thomas. Marissa is in her 8th game so far of the year. This is her 6th start. She has 1 complete game. She has a 1-3 record. 27 innings pitched. Has given up 34 runs. 22 of those have been earned for a 5.70 earned run average. She has given up 1 home run and a couple of doubles in those 36 hits. And as far as strikeouts and walks are concerned, Marissa walks as we say hello to Mr. Chris Keller. How you doing, sir?
Oh, great to be back out here for the softball game. We've had a lot of rainouts lately, and the weather's not perfect here today, but we'll take it to get out here and play a game.
Windy, cold, cloudy. Had a couple of raindrops falling through just before the game started, but we're not supposed to get much of that. So we will get this game in, and we will hope for a Kahok win as Audrey Avola comes up to the plate to begin the night. And Audrey is batting .267 on the year with just 1 run batted in. All of her base hits have been base hits, 15 at bats, and 4 hits on the year. And about 3.8 errors per game, so that's about 7 free base runners in every game. If you average that out, they will give up about 1 free base runner per inning. Thomas is ready. We're ready. Here's the first pitch. It's a little high and outside, and ball 1. We are underway. Pitch on the way, and that one hits the inside corner. That's a called strike. 1-1 the count.
Not a good recipe for Alton as far as trying to win some games. They haven't gotten one yet.
Well,
And one games the Cahoks have won, they've really poured it on with a lot of runs in their wins.
there's a swinging a little blooping ball that's going to go out to left field, and a one-hopper to Maddie Harris, and we have our first base runner. We apologize for any on and off on the Wi-Fi. It's just that everybody's having the same problems up here. My Wi-Fi is acting weird. My phone is acting weird. Everybody else says their phone is acting kind of strange too. So just bear with us, and we'll get through this all together. So a runner on at first base, and nobody out for Alyssa Sauls. And Sauls looks at one inside. Ball 1. And Sauls, she's looking for her first hit of the year. She's had 17 plate appearances, 16 at bats, and has not gotten a hit yet. And Thomas would like to keep it that way. There's a slow roller down to first, and a throw over to second for 1. And the return throw is not going to be made because it would have been.
Good heads up play by Jacob to get the lead runner. Flip it over to first. It would have been easier just to get the first out at first base, but they get the lead runner.
3-6 for out number 1, and a fielder's choice for Alyssa Sauls, and a high pop fly out to right field, going over to foul territory, and a nice job over there by Bailey Dimmick, and that is the way that the wind is going to go. It is blowing straight in from the left field foul pole to home plate. Last time we were here, it was blowing straight in from center field, but this time we've got a little havoc on fly balls. Here is Reese Plant, the shortstop, batting cleanup for Alton, and she looks at one inside for ball number 1. Plant on the year, batting .143, 1 run batted in. She's only had 7 at-bats and has 1 hit. Only 5 games under the belt for Alton so far, while Collinsville is playing game number 9. There's a ball that is off of the glove of Mackenzie Young, so the passed ball will send Sauls down to second base. And 2 away. Next pitch. This is popped up. Wynn's going to take that one out of play.
For sure.
Yeah, Jakic came off the first base bag looking for a little room in foul territory, but that Wynn is going to take that one all the way past the dugout roof. Next pitch from Thomas. Swing and a miss.
Thomas.
Apple Cardinal opening day, everyone. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on with the game? Anybody? Anything yet?
1-0.
Who?
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Nice. Haven't been able to pay much attention to it. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes. The home half of the first inning, and Collinsville will be coming back for the first time, and we'll be back to tell you all about it here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net, and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technician for plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
And once again, we welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at the Collinsville Sports Complex. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler batting second. Briley Anderton, the designated player, is Emma Hilton. She'll be batting 8th, and she'll be batting for the pitcher Marissa Thomas. And Maddie Harris is in the number 9 hole and playing left field. They will be facing Grace Presley, and Presley's first one hits Mackenzie Young in the elbow. In her 6th game, she has started the previous 5. She has 3 complete games, but she's 0-5 on the year. 29 innings pitched, giving up 33 runs, 21 of those earned for a 5.07 earned run average, as Collinsville will bring out Lexi Rafalowski to run the bases. Rafalowski leads Collinsville in stolen bases on the year, as Collinsville likes to run. 22 stolen bases, only 1 time has a runner been caught. Presley, by the way, to finish up, 42 strikeouts to go along with 19 walks, so she can strike out some batters. Here is Alex Jakic. Jakic stands in from the left side with a runner on first, and that one hits her. Back to bat, hit by pitches. And runners on first and second.
On opposite sides, too. The first one got
Yeah.
Young high in the right side batter's box. Jakic batting lefty, and it hits her down low on the foot. She's going to have to shake that off. They took out Young, the catcher, for the courtesy runner, just to check on her, and now Jakic needs some extra time.
Man, that ball hit the dirt before it hit her, but Collinsville's got something going on here early. Runners on first and second, nobody out. And here is Briley Anderton. We told you about her numbers in the pregame interview, but they're worth repeating again. Batting .667, 17 runs batted in on 4 home runs, 2 triples, 5 doubles. And she is just tearing the cover off the baseball so far here early on. She stands in from the right side. Presley is ready to go. Runners to deal with on first and second. Here's the pitch, and this one hits the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Redbirds, appropriately, playing here on Cardinals opening day, have on their red jerseys, has the word Redbirds written across the back of their jerseys. They have the Cardinal logo, the Redbird logo on their right shoulder. Numbers are in black, trimmed in a little bit of white. Wearing the gray trousers. Swinging a foul ball right behind us, and it's 0-2 to Briley Anderton. Collinsville dressed in their all-purple uniforms today. CHS across the tops of their jerseys in white lettering. Numbers are in white. They have the Southwestern Conference patch on their right shoulder. That was way outside.
Coming off the hand, real weird.
Yeah.
Maybe she stepped a bit, checking her. No, just getting more dirt.
Got plenty of that. Grass is starting to turn green. Most of it, except for where the players usually stand a lot, especially out in center field. We'll give the Alton defense here after this next pitch to Briley Anderton. In center field, Hope Knight is in right field. Alyssa Sowles is at third base. Reese Plant at shortstop. Lauren O'Neill's at second. Elena Lastly is at first. And Audrey Avola is behind the plate catching Grace Presley. 2-2 to count to Briley Anderton with 2 runners on. Swinging a foul ball, and that almost got Brianna Wellen in the little on-deck circle there. She had to do a little juke move and get out of the way.
Heads up. Get out of the way.
Don't want to hurt your own teammate. Presley back in the circle. Runners on first and second to deal with for her and her Alton Redbirds. Here's the pitch, and Anderton takes it high, and it's a full count after Presley started off Anderton 0-2.
Now here comes the coach. Going to talk about this one. Interesting spot. Settle his pitcher down already.
Yeah, he just motioned to tell his infielders to go ahead and stay where they were, as he just wanted to come out and talk to his pitcher, which he is doing right now. And
yeah, seems to be.
Tyler O'Neill, 3-run homer.
3-run home run, Tyler O'Neill. There you go. He struggled a little bit in spring training. I was hoping he was going to get off the snide here. You know who didn't struggle in spring training? Paul Goldschmidt. Something like that.
Well, he's ready to go. We'll see how the cooler temperatures affect here to start the season.
Hopefully that'll change soon.
Then they'll go to Milwaukee, where they can be indoors, and then Miami. So
yeah.
But we'll see how the cooler weather in St. Louis affects it.
I'd like to go with them to Miami too. Of course, about the time I get on a plane and go to Miami. Anderton thought she had a walk, but strikeout number 43 for Grace Presley was what it ended up being instead. And there's one out. And here comes Brianna Wellen. Wellen will step to the plate, batting in the 4 hole. And Brianna on the year batting .385, and she gets hit in the head. So 3 hit batters, all of them now are on base. That's something you don't see every day. 3 hit batters in the same inning.
Yeah, and all in the first pitch they faced.
Yeah.
Just boom right away.
So that will
she had a little more control against Anderton, but
comes into this game batting .412, 6 runs batted in, 1 home run to her credit, and that was a grand slam. If she can do it here, she'll have 2 grand slams on the year.
Watch out for this first pitch.
Yeah, I hear you there. A little first pitch gun shy. That one was in there for a strike. Runners all over the place. Rafalowski is at third. Jakic is at second. Wellen is at first. Here's the pitch from Presley. Swing and a miss, and Bardwell swung through one high.
Got to protect there. That was
no one out. Now we have bases loaded and 1 out. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Bardwell. So 2 strikeouts to go along with 3 hit batters. That's the strangest stat you'll ever hear. So it's up to Bailey Dimmick if Collinsville wants to get any runs home here in this inning. Bailey on the year batting .429. A couple of runs batted in with 1 home run. And now steps off, as I'm guessing she's getting some instruction from Coach Dan Carter.
He's having a lot of time with that landing spot. I don't know if she's having problems with it or she's just not comfortable.
Yeah, well, her coach, Dan Carter, was out there. He was scraping all that dirt in front of the pitching rubber out there. When we first got here, they were the only ones here, and he was out there doing some landscaping, high and outside again.
Seems like she didn't even really land that time and was already releasing the ball. That last pitch.
So 2-0 now to Bailey Dimmick. Kahok right fielder swings at 1 and strike 1, 2-1. Bases are full of Kahok. Don't even tell me she's going to hit 3 batters and strike out 3 batters all in the same inning.
It looks like it when she's in the zone. Cahoks haven't really been able to do anything with it yet. Effectively wild enough, maybe.
Yeah. Of course, if she hits another batter, we score a run. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that's exactly what happened. Struck out the side after hitting to the top of the second inning with no score between Collinsville and Alton. And we're back to tell you all about the second inning here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage for the safe GASA storage team, 618-797-6100. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp see Hawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
The pitcher, Grace Presley, leads things off here in the top of the second inning. Collinsville, 3 hit batters in the first inning, and they couldn't get anybody home. Had 2 of them out there with nobody out. Bases loaded with 1 out. And 3 hit batters and 3 strikeouts is what happened in that first inning. That's a strange stat and a strange way to start a game. Here is Grace Presley. Presley on the year batting .250. No runs batted in yet. All of her hits have been singles. Here's the pitch from Thomas outside. Ball 2-0.
But as eventful as an inning you can get in the bottom of the first Kahawks without getting anything.
Yeah. Baseball, they are back at home today playing Belleville West. Zach Roseman will have that game for you on the Facebook page. Should be.
I believe he started.
Already on, yeah. He should be already on, and first pitch will be coming up here in about 8 minutes or so. All 3 pitches missed. high and outside to Grace Presley. We'll see if she's taken all the way here on pitch number 4, and she does. It's, called strike. She thought she had a walk.
Didn't right there, that one looked low and inside.
Sure did from here. And we are right over the home plate area, just where the camera is that you see. And there's a slow roller, and it comes right back to Thomas. She'll throw over to first base in time for out number 1. We have the camera up against the window here in the press box so we can keep the window closed because it's not a very nice day.
Not freeze me out.
Yeah, last time we were here I didn't even, but nevertheless we got the whole field in, so we're good. There's a ball that's just a little bit inside to the next batter, which is Lauren O'Neill. O'Neill, she comes into this game looking for her first base hit in 12 plate appearances. Thomas is ready. Here's the next pitch. Inside. 2-0. She's fallen behind the first 2 batters here in this inning. Got Presley to ground out, and now Lauren O'Neill is ahead in the count, 2-0. Thomas pitches. Swinging a fly ball. This one's in foul territory and will land in the bleachers that
no one's sitting in.
No one's sitting in. Alton did not bring any fans here to this game. They've got a couple. They're probably walking around trying to keep warm. So 2-1 the count to Lauren O'Neill. Little bastard. Cold, but we still got bugs up here.
I opened up the scorebook and there was a wasp.
Yeah, I cleaned off 3 of them when I got up here. There was 3 dead wasps on the counter. That's the best kind of wasp, is a dead wasp. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swinging a chance for Anderson. She stops it with the backhand, picks it up, throws in time for out number 2. Nice play there by Briley Anderson to stay with it, even though it didn't go into her glove.
Ball really hugged the ground, but it was a laser shot down towards shortstop, and Anderson knocked it down and threw to first.
There is Jordan Watzik. W-A-T-S-E-K is how you spell that. Watzik comes in batting 111. 1 base hit in 9 at-bats. Here's the pitch, swinging a pop fly. This one is coming behind home plate and will get pushed out of play by the wind. Wind, steady, 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusting to 25 to 30 miles per hour today. It is very windy. And as I mentioned, coming in from the left field foul pole straight into home plate. So don't hit the ball in left field if you want to hit it a home run because it probably won't go. Pop fly. This one's going to be trouble. It's in no man's land, and it's going to drop right into the outfield grass in center field. And the Alton Lady Redbirds have picked up their second hit of the day.
Yeah, Bardwell would have needed to read that out the bat to come inside immediately. She stayed in her spot to read it, and too late.
Here is Hope Knight. The runner on at first place. Knight batting .250 on the year with 1 run batted in. Very limited time, though. She's got 1 hit and 4 at-bats. And it was an RBI hit. First pitch to her. Swinging a pop fly. This one's going to stay in play and into the glove of Marissa Thomas for out number. To the home half of the second inning, Collinsville stranded the bases loaded in their first go-around at the plate. We'll see if they can correct that here as we have a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com.
Make sure you check out on the Kahok Sports Network. They will take 5% off of your purchase, whether you're buying vinyl albums or you're buying some accessories for your turntable or your speakers or anything like that. They have brushes to brush off your albums. They have whole cleaning kits to clean off albums with a whole liquid solution and everything, which is going to be my chore for the summer break when school lets out. That's my job this summer, is to clean up all of our 648 albums.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Well, not all of them. I don't have to clean off the ones we just bought that are brand new and, you know, the digitally remastered 180 gram. Those things are like marble tops. They're just so smooth. Oh, yeah. And we are back to action here, and Maya Clark will lead things off. And Clark on the year batting .381, 7 runs batted in. Has a triple and 3 doubles to her credit this year. Clark from the right side. Bottom of the order coming up here in this second inning for Collinsville. Pitch to Clark, swing and a miss. It'll be Maya Clark, Emma Hilton, and Maddie Harris. If anyone can get on, back to the top of the order, and Mackenzie Young. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 2-2. Grace Presley seems to have calmed down a little bit here, at least in the first batter. Pitch and a ball right past her. Second baseman O'Neill is up with it. And
got into her head and just couldn't get going, but she's done well.
Here is Emma Hilton. Emma on the year batting .333, looking for her first run batted in, but she'll have to wait on that unless she can plant one over the fence. Good luck on this windy day. She stands in from the left side, and she smacks one right into the glove of the third baseman, Alyssa Sowles, who is playing
Maddie Harris.
And that brings us to Maddie Harris, the number 9 batter in the order here for Collinsville today. Maddie batting .429, 6 runs batted in. All of her hits have been base hits, looking for her first extra base hit of the season. Mackenzie Young stands in the on-deck circle, shin guards on. Seeing what Maddie Harris can do. Presley pitches, bunt, right in front of home plate. Presley picks it up, throws to first base in time for out number 3, and it's a long to the third inning. And Alton will come to bat in a scoreless contest, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Do we have needs for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion? Your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at all344-2200.
Once again, we welcome you back to the Collinsville Sports Complex. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler are back with you. They're just getting underway over at Fletcher Field. Your Collinsville Kahok baseball team taking on Belleville West, trying to exact a little revenge after a 4-3 loss at Belleville West. Collinsville had a 3-0
at home.
Collinsville had a 3-0 lead in that game. Maroons came back and scored 3 runs to tie it, and then they scored 1 in the 6th, and they held on to win it 4-3. Here is Emily Landite. She's the only batter that has not gotten to bat here and looking for her first base hit in 10 at-bats.
They changed the baseball schedule however long ago. Now you play teams twice in the same week.
Kind of like a home and away series?
Yeah, home and away series.
Yeah.
Kind of back-to-back games. I guess you could play Wednesday against somebody else if you're so inclined to schedule it that way. Play somebody early and later in the season and face the top pitcher every time. Got to mix it up.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Landite, and this one's inside on the corner, called strike 3. Second strikeout of this game for Thomas. First one looking. The other one was swinging. And we have 1 out. Back to the top of the order we go. And again, we apologize for the in and out on the Wi-Fi. It's just being wonky today and keeps on going in, and it'll go out for a little bit and back in. Here is the first pitch. Strike on the outside corner to Audrey Avola, who singled her first time up. 1 of 2 hits so far on the afternoon for Alton. Collinsville still looking for their first hit. They have to warm up.
They're going to find their way through that wind and just go out of play.
That wind will push that ball all the way over to the next field if it stays up there long enough.
Could interrupt the JV game if it was long.
Yeah.
So far enough.
0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen. And Evola staying alive. Being used here today right now. Count remains 0-2 to Evola. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop fly. This one's going to stay on the infield. Who wants it? Second baseman Maya Clark says, I'll take it. She does. And there are 2 away. That'll bring up Alyssa Sowles. Sowles reached on a fielder's choice. And she hit a ball to Alex Jakic over at first. Jakic threw to second to get the lead runner, but I got the space heater, though. It feels a lot better up here than it did last time.
Just feels fine without that window open.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. That was not a pleasant day. Swinging a foul ball. That one hit up in the batter's box and then spun out of bounds, but it was already foul before it started spinning out of bounds anyway. And 0-2. So here we are in the third. No score between Collinsville and Alton. Southwestern Conference matchup. Swing and a shot out to the right field and right into the glove of Bailey Dimmick. And Grace Presley had a 1-2-3 inning, her last half inning. And this time, Marissa Thomas has a 1-2-3 inning to end things here in the top of the third. We will tell about it in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Mackenzie Young leads things off here in the bottom of the third for Collinsville. Mackenzie hit on the very first pitch of the game from Grace Presley, and this time she does not get hit with the first pitch. She takes a strike. It's 0-1. 3 hit batters in the first inning. Collinsville couldn't score any runs.
Only runners.
Not what? That won't last. That will not last. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Mackenzie Young. Top of the order, Young, Jakic, and Anderton to bat here in this third inning for Collinsville. Presley, she's ready. And the lefty deals, swinging a foul ball back to the screen. Cage here behind home plate, whipping around in the wind, moving back and forth. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a base hit. That one's going into the gap. That one's going to roll all the way up against the wall. Young will, and it puts a runner in scoring position here for Collinsville.
Now batting for the Kahok's the first baseman.
Line drive gap shot.
Alex Jakic.
Just hung up there enough and rolled past the outfielders. They almost had to chase it all the way down to the wall. Good way to start off the third inning for the Kahawks.
There is Alex Jakic. Jakic was also hit by a pitch in her first at bat. On the first pitch, wasn't it? Young and Jakic both got hit on the first pitch they saw.
Let's see how pitcher works here with now a runner on. Thought that might have been her problem back in the first.
And halfway between second and third base was Rafalowski. Rafalowski leads the team with 9 stolen bases on the year. Has not been caught yet. I don't think she has. We've only had 1 player caught out of 22 stolen bases. 1-0 the count to Jakic. Here's the pitch. She turns around to bunt and bunts it foul down the first base side. So we'll come back and do it again. Ralph-Olowski. She's ready to go, and she does not. That ball is outside. 2-1.
See, she kicks the dirt around a lot more here.
Yeah.
And moves around a lot before settling in here. There's nobody on. She just gets back in there and pitches.
There's the 2-1 and a throw down to third base, and that one gets away. And I tell you what, Ralph-Olowski was almost. So stolen base for Ralph-Olowski.
She would have been hung up there had
yeah.
Started to go backwards, but then was able to continue her jaunt to third base.
So a potential run just 60 feet away. Here's the pitch, strike on the outside corner, and down on strikes is Jakic. First out of the inning. She got caught looking at a called third strike her first time up. She thought she had to walk, but home plate umpire Kimberly Williams said not so fast up in her eyes, and she snapped that head back and looked at Presley like, why'd you throw me a pitch up in my eyes? Ball one. Presley back into the circle. Here's the pitch. Anderton pops one that's going to get over the shortstop's head, and in from third base is Ralph-Olowski, and Collinsville strikes first, and the Kahawks have a 1-0 lead.
Tough pitch to fight off there, and then on the hands, she made it work, popping it in over the infield for the first run.
Here is Brianna Wellen, so Collinsville now has 1 run on 2 hits, both of those hits coming in this inning. And Brianna was hit by a pitch her first time up as well. And she has a runner on first base. Here's the first pitch to her, and it's a little low, ball 1. The infielders, most of them, except for the first baseman Lasley, have their windbreaker jackets on. Third base, shortstop, and second base. All the outfielders just have their jerseys on. And the next pitch on the way to Wellen, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to the Kahawk third baseman Brianna Wellen. Briley Anderton on at first base after an RBI single. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Wellen. Presley's pitch on the way. Swinging a nice shot, seeing eye ground ball that goes right in between second and third. And the Kahawks got something going on here. Anderton now down at second, Wellen over at third. Back-to-back base hits.
Center fielder, number 35.
And Collinsville may have something going on here for Katie Bardwell, the young South. She was a strikeout victim her first time up. In case you missed it, Presley hit 3 batters in the first inning and struck out 3 batters in the first inning. One of those was Bardwell. First pitch to Katie. Squares around to bunt, takes it back, and takes a ball low. Did she call that a strike?
I don't know. What did she call?
I don't know. I didn't see her arm raise up, so I have no idea.
I'm going to take it off. I don't know what it was.
Presley looks into catcher Evola. Pitches. Bunt. Picked up by Presley. Looks over to the third. Oh, and the ball's dropped over at first base, and there is our first error, and that was all on Elena Lasley, who I'm sure was thinking about digging the ball out of her glove and throwing it home in case there was a play at the plate, but she bobbled it instead. So Bardwell is on at first, and for the second time here in this game, Collinsville has the bases loaded.
First baseman was ready to do the next thing with it. She just didn't get the ball in the glove and get the out. Get the sure thing first before going on to the next thing.
Here is Bailey Demick. Bailey struck out to end that first inning when Presley struck out the side. So Bailey from the left side against the lefty Grace Presley. Swing and a miss at a ball high and outside. Oh, and 1. Outfielders play shallow. I would if I was Jordan Wastick over there in left field, because whatever goes out that way, the wind's going to push it back. Maybe a step deeper in center field is Landite. Here's a pitch that's low and outside. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1 out in the inning. Bases are loaded for Collinsville for the second time in this game. Couldn't do anything in the first inning with those bases loaded situations, but with a 1-run lead already here in this inning, Kahawks are looking to add on to it. Presley is ready with another. Swing and a miss.
Foul in the air. Like, see how Kahawks get the big hit here. Put a little crooked number up on the board.
Maya Clark waits in the on-deck circle. Bailey Dimmick looking for something to drive. Don't know if you can see that American flag in the screen for those of you watching at home, but that thing continues to just whip around. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes for the second time is Dimmick. Both times swinging.
Second baseman, number 19.
And there are 2 away, and it's going to be up to Maya Clark if the inning is going to be continued. Maya led off the second inning by grounding out to the second baseman, Lauren O'Neill. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Presley, as we mentioned, coming into this game, 42 strikeouts to 19 walks. She averages 10.1 strikeouts. Swinging a pop fly. This one's going to stay on the infield. Oh, that's a, what we're going to call this?
That's going to be interference on Anderton. No? Yeah, it is. She's going to be out.
Yep, Anderton out on interference call for out number 3. Because she ran into Sowles, and Sowles couldn't do anything with the ball because she was ran into. So Collinsville does get a run. They strand a couple of more runners and have now left 5 runners on base here in this inning. But we will head to the top of the 4th with Collinsville leading by a score of 1-0.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-80.
Back here at the Collinsville Sports Complex, I'm Todd Duke, Chris Kettler on the other microphone. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks plating a run in their half of the 3rd inning. Here we go to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be the middle of the order for the Alton Lady Redbirds. Elena Lastly, Reese Plant, and Grace Presley to face Marissa Thomas. Here is Lastly, who flew out to Bailey Dimmick her first time up. Popped up on the first pitch. It's going to be in play and behind home plate. Nicely done there by Mackenzie Young, having to battle that wind. 1 pitch, 1 out. Yeah, I thought it was going to hit that overhang for a moment.
A little area that overhangs, comes up from the backstop. Tough play by Young, makes the catch.
Having to deal with that wind can be no fun.
That too.
Here is Reese Plant, strikeout victim her first time up, one of 2 strikeouts so far for Thomas. Swinging a little loopy fly ball. Oh, what a snow cone catch in center field by Katie Bardwell. She got there just in time, and it just hit the webbing of that glove.
Just in time, had to put the glove down by by her knees, running in, and tough play to make.
There's the pitcher, Grace Presley, who grounded out to her counterpart, Marissa Thomas, in her first at bat. Again, we apologize for the connectivity issues we're having with the hotspot up here. It's just going in and out, and I just ask you to bear with us here, and we'll all get through it together. I'm going to blame it on it's just cold and cloudy. That's what I'm going to. 1-0 pitch on the way to Presley is outside, 2-0. Or excuse me, 1-1.
Threw the arm up.
1-1. Yeah, she's a little slow in putting that arm up, isn't she?
That time she was.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a chance for the second baseman, Clark, up over an OUT. And back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings for Collinsville. And we will head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. And your Kahawks are leading by a score of 1-0. And we'll be back to tell you all about the Kahawks bat here in the bottom of the 4th in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420.
Back here at the Collinsville Sports Complex, 1-0 in favor of your Collinsville Kahawks. Between Collinsville and Belleville West, and the Cardinals are leading 4-0 as they play in the 5th inning at Busch Stadium in the home opener. Season opener and home opener. Here, we have a 1-0 lead in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks plated a run in the bottom of the 3rd. Here we are in the bottom of the 4th. And it'll be Maya Clark who will lead things when Anderton was called out trying to come home from 3rd, but ran into the 3rd baseman, Alyssa Sowles, and was called out for player interference. So here is Clark, who grounded out to Lauren O'Neill at 2nd base, her first time up. Big thank you to Zach Roseman, who is doing the baseball game. He's going to do some games for us, baseball and softball, here this spring. When I'm at another location doing another game, he has said that he'll do what he can if he's off of work, and looks like he told me right now he's off on Wednesdays and Thursdays, so if we have Wednesday, Thursday games, he'll be taking care of some of those. And I believe that he's also going to do the doubleheader this Saturday for the baseball team when they take on Alton-Marquette.
I don't know how she's batting again. It was a play out of her. Well, it's going to count anyway.
Yeah. Ground ball out to Reese Plant. And that is the way that the 4th inning starts for Collinsville on the old 6-3 putout. And that'll bring up Emma Hilton. Emma lined out to Alyssa Sowles at 3rd base her first time. It was a soft liner, and Sowles had her played perfectly. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th. And the first pitch from Presley to Hilton is on the way. And a little shot down the 3rd baseline.
Right in on the hands.
Yeah, right in on the hands. And Sowles was playing her in the same spot she played her in when she got that line drive. Need a little poke it up the end of the bat and get it over her head. Presley is ready to go with another pitch to Emma Hilton. Base is empty, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Bunt and another foul. Trying to push it down the 3rd baseline, even though Sowles is playing about 5 feet in front of the bag. Now she's moving in a little closer than that, more closer to 8 feet off the bag. Pitch. Foul. Stays alive.
It's a tough one to get to, just makes contact on it.
And notice that Presley keeps on pitching her outside, hoping that she will hit one to Alyssa Sowles at third base. Another 0-2 pitch coming for Hilton. Here it is. Oh, strike three called, man. I think that one was over there by Pete.
That was
outside.
That was halfway through the other batter's
I
box.
know,
And
but that's what I'm saying.
I thought we saw some wild ones Monday at the baseball game, but that takes the cake right there.
6 strikeouts on the day so far for Presley. 2 away. Nobody on. And here is Maddie Harris, the number 9 hitter for Collinsville in the order today. She looks at one right down the middle for a called strike. Alton has their logo on their right shoulder. Collinsville has their logo right underneath their neck on the backs of the shirts. There's a foul ball that rolls to the Alton dugout. Nothing on the left sleeves for either one of the teams, so they had one on the Alton uniforms, but they don't. Here's the 0-2. High. Ball 1. They do have the, the big A over the top of the left side of the jersey. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Maddie Harris. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 7 in the game for young Miss Presley. And we will now head to the top of the 5th inning. This game is moving along quite quickly right now. I just jinxed it, didn't I?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. That's what I say, too. Top of the 5th inning coming your way. Collinsville leads this one right now by a score of 1-0.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Back here at the Collinsville Sports Complex, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. We're having a discussion up here in the box about should Maya Clark have been allowed to bat in this last half inning after she was up at the plate. She did swing and strike the ball, and it was in fair territory, and that is when the contact was made with Anderton and the third baseman Sowell. So I don't know. I don't know the correct rule, but nobody seems to have been protesting anything, so we'll just go with it the way it stands.
Yeah, well, there's definitely nothing to protest after she gets out.
Yeah. Here is Lauren O'Neill, the second baseman for Alton. She looks at one high and outside. Lauren grounded to Briley Anderton her first time up. We're in the top of the 5th, bottom of the order coming up here for the Alton Lady Redbirds. Thomas in the circle, pitches again. This one's inside, 2-0. Thomas ready with another pitch. Game we have for you this week.
Oh, you don't want to do the game at Waterloo again?
No, I do not.
That one time we did, it was
The
so
one,
cold.
I mean, it was cold. It was windy just like today, but it was bright and sunny. But the temperature was about 22 degrees, and the wind chill was probably about 15 that day. It was very cold. No, everybody's on the road. Baseball team is at Sacred Heart Griffin in Springfield. Softball team's at Waterloo for a doubleheader, and the soccer team is at St. Dominic in O'Fallon, Missouri, all on Saturday. Since they are all on the road and they're all non-conference games, I decided to take a Saturday off. Back in action Monday is where we'll be. We'll be right here. Makeup game that we had originally on the schedule against Freeburg will take place Monday, and if the rain can stay away, we'll be here to bring that one to you Monday afternoon.
Freeburg, one of the best teams around.
They are. Here's a little pop-up that stays on the infield, and the spin means when it hit the ground, it spun right away from Maya Clark, and there was nothing she could do about it.
I had no play on the best of circumstances getting to that ball. But the spin of the ball didn't help.
Infield hit, third base hit of the afternoon for the Alton Lady Redbirds. And a runner on first base for Jordan Watzik. And Watzik swings at the first pitch and misses. Watzik had one of the 3 base hits. She got that one in the second inning. She got that base hit when there was already 2 out, and then Hope Knight, who's on deck, popped up to end that inning. The 0-1 pitch coming from Thomas, and bunts it right back against the screen, 0-2. Only one Lady Kahok out there wearing a windbreaker, and that is Maddie Hare. I have like 3 sets of long sleeves. Actually, 2. This is one of the first times that I've shown up at a Kahok game that I'm doing and not wearing my Kahok purple, because it was home opener day and we were all allowed to wear our Cardinal stuff to school, and we had a little nacho bar set up for the festivities as well. So here I am wearing my Pujols jersey. My Albert Pujols jersey has been sitting in the closet for 10 years. That's a base hit all the way up against the wall. That one is going to send in the tying run. The throw is going to come to home plate, but it's going to be way late. And we are tied 1-1.
A triple for Watzik. Drives in. Took a while to get that one back in. Tied up.
We are tied. RBI base hit by Jordan Watzik. Watzik, that's her first run batted in on the year. And that'll bring up Hope Knight. Nobody out. Runner on at third base. That's the go-ahead run. And the pitch to Knight. Strike called on the outside corner. Hope popped up to Marissa Thomas in her first at bat, and now the infielders want to talk about it. Yeah, when Albert signed with the Anaheim Angels after the 2011 season, this jersey went on a hanger and went down into the basement. Very happy that I can now.
Should be fun having Albert for another year.
Yeah.
His last year.
This was a birthday present. History is one of the greatest players ever, and at that time I didn't think he was going to leave St. Louis. This is the first and only jersey that I've ever had, baseball jersey, with a player's name and number on the back. Swinging a foul ball back here, 0-2. And I've only have one Blues jersey like that as well, and that one's a Alex Pietrangelo jersey, and it's now hanging in the closet.
But he brought him the cup.
He did. I've already worn it. I wore it to a game a couple of weeks ago. Strike called on the inside corner. That's a big first out there for Marissa Thomas and the Kahawks. Called third strike. Third strikeout. Now this one here in the 5th. And that'll bring up Emily Landite. Landite was a strikeout victim her first time up. As well, bases are now empty. And
5-2. Surprised to see young.
So now Landite will bat with the bases empty. And now Thomas just has to worry about getting Landite out here. And there's a foul ball into the glove of Alex Jakic for the third out. Alex Jakic for the third out. That was a nice play by Jakic to wander off into foul territory and take that one before it had a chance to hit the ground. So the inning comes to a close, but not before Alton picks up 1 run on 1 hit. No errors committed in the inning, and no one left on base as the sun pops through the clouds once again. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning, and your Collinsville Kahawks and the Alton Redbirds are tied 1-1.
Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Back to the top of the order here for Collinsville, and Mackenzie Young looks at one inside on the corner for a called strike one. And Mackenzie has been hit by a pitch, doubled, and scored in this game. Scored the only run back in the third inning. Alton answered that one with one of their own in the top of this fifth inning. So Collinsville trying to get that one back. Here's one that looked pretty good, but I guess it was a little low. Ball one.
Look at it drop just a little bit low. Catcher tried to frame it back up. Didn't get the call.
1-1 game. We're in the bottom of the fifth, and a pitch inside also misses.
Catching the runner off third base.
And then she got pegged at home on a nice throw by Wellen. Here's a swing and a fly ball. That is going to get over the head of Hope Knight. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Mackenzie Young is rounding second. She's on her way to third, and she will be there with a stand-up triple. Nicely done, Mackenzie Young. A double and a triple here in this game.
Just a nice piece of hitting there. Really drove that ball. Right fielder really didn't see it off the bat. Well, she started in and
from scoring the go-ahead run, and here is Alex Jakic. Jakic hit by a pitch and a strikeout victim here in this game as Rafalowski checks back in and will do the running for Young at third base. So the Kahawks give up the tying run in the fifth inning, trying to get it back here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Presley ready to pitch. Here's the pitch to Jakic outside, ball one.
Good call moving Young up to the leadoff spot. She wasn't a few weeks back when we last saw him, but been on base all three times this game.
Well,
that's what you need in the leadoff. Somebody can get on base.
And the pitch is inside. I said that Mackenzie Young doubled and scored in her first at bat. She did double, but it was Rafalowski that actually scored. Sun trying to sneak through some cloud cover here. Of course, you know, I've got my camera set up for cloud cover, and sun's going to come out. Not so bright, though, that it you can't see. So we'll just leave everything alone for right now. Runner at third, nobody out, and a 3-0 count to Alex Jakic. Next pitch from Presley. Inside, hit the corner of the plate, 3-1. Briley Anderton waits on deck. Rafalowski, she's on at third base. Presley, after a hard toss back into her own glove, walks Jakic. That is the first walk issued by Presley. To go along with her 3 hit batters, all 3 of those came in the first inning, and now Collinsville has runners on the corners and no one out. And here is Briley Anderton. Anderton singled in, the only run of the game for Collinsville thus far. A strikeout victim her first time up, so she is 1 for 2. She ended up at third base after she singled in that go-ahead run and then was called out on a interference call as she bumped into the third baseman, Sauls. And going down to second base without a throw at all was Jakic, so that's kind of a catcher's catcher's indifference there. Didn't even try to throw with a runner at third. And now Collinsville with runners at second and third, and still nobody out. Anderton up at the plate. Can do some damage here if she could get a hold of one. Presley ready with the 1-0 pitch, and here it is. Foul ball.
Bottom dropped out of that one. That's all Anderton can do with it, just foul it away.
Only last little break before the end of the school year. Here's the next pitch to Anderson, swinging a ground ball foul down the third base side. Started off in fair territory, but by the time it got to the bag, it was already in foul territory.
Like I said before, it's getting real for these seniors now.
Yep.
They got their cap and gown. And some of them, it's starting to come real for them that they're going to finish up school here in about a month.
Landright plays Anderton to pull to the left side, so there's a big gap over in right center field. If she can plug one out there, everybody will be running for days. That one's outside, and it's 2-2. Ralph Woloski is on at third base. Jakic is on at second base. Nobody out. Anderton the batter. Kahawks looking to take the lead right back. We're tied 1-1. Collinsville got a run in the third. Alton got a run in the top half of this fifth inning.
This pitcher, she just struggles with runners on base. She's just in her own head just as soon as she lets anybody on.
Here's the 2-2. Swinging a high pop fly. This one's going to go to the outfield grass, and it's going to give fits to O'Neill at second, and coming in from third is Rafalowski, and that speed paid off there. And Collinsville gets that run right back, and the Jayhawks are back out in front by a score of 2-1.
And just a little fit that it gave the second baseman, she kind of caught it awkwardly, and she couldn't be in any good position to make a throw to hold Rafalowski, and her speed at third, and the Jayhawks take the lead back.
So Rafalowski comes in to score the go-ahead run. Jakic stays down at second base. One out, and here is Brianna Wellen. Bree has been on twice, once hit by a pitch and a single.
Nothing like a sacrifice fly to second.
Yeah, sacrifice fly to second. Shortest sacrifice fly you'll ever see. Pitch. Oh, hit her. Second time in this game that Brianna Wellen has been hit. And Collinsville with runners on first and second base now with one out.
Center fielder number 35, Katie Bardwell.
Fourth hit batter of the afternoon for Grace Presley, and here is Katie Bardwell. Bardwell, a strikeout victim her first time up, and then reached on an error in the third inning, and then she was stranded at first base. One of 5 base runners that Collinsville has stranded so far in this game. They've got 2 of them out there now. One out, and the pitch to Bardwell. Inside. Called a strike. After Alexi Rafalowski comes in and scores the go-ahead run, she stands in the on-deck circle. Going to get some work out of her yet. Pitch. Bardwell bunts. It's a nice one right in front. Only plays to first, and it is in time for out number 2, but the runners move up as Jakic takes over at third, and Wellen is down at second.
Really good bunt. Just squared it around real nice and right up to the pitcher. And
number 5,
now Rafalowski will bat.
Rafalowski coming up to the plate. And Lexi on the year, batting .444. Looking for her first run batted in on the year. This would be a nice time for it. She stands in from the left side.
Put her on, maybe?
I don't know. Are they going to? I don't think so. Nope, they're going to pitch to her. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Rafalowski from the left side. Looks at one in the dirt. 1-0. Got some more movement out there beyond the fences. Looks like we're going to have some more little baseball action going on here with the little tykes coming in. Well, they're not little tykes, but they're kids. 1-0 the count to Rafalowski. Batting for Bailey Demick. Pitch. Strike called. Right down the middle. Nothing's easy in the Southwestern Conference, is it?
Oh, you're going to get all kinds of battles.
Yep. Even a 0-5 team coming in struggling. It's a 2-1 game, and that one's just a little low. 2-1 the count to Alexi Rafalowski. Rafalowski, a sophomore. Lefty. Wears batting gloves on both hands. She stands in, ready for the next from Grace Presley. And Presley is now ready, and here it comes. Outside. Ball 3.
He end up walking her yet after all these pitches. Thought they might just put her on and take their chances with Clark.
There comes the 3-1. Swing and a miss. And a full count now to Lexi. Clark waits on deck, hoping to bat this inning. Next pitch. Walked her. Bases are loaded once again. Third time here in this game that Collinsville has had the bases loaded. Second walk issued in this game by Presley, and both of them have been in this inning as Maya Clark gets ready to bat. Timeout is called. And a big meeting at the mound with all the infielders, the pitcher and the catcher, with head coach Dan Carter. Carter, by the way, he's been the Redbird head coach since the 2000 season. They won back-to-back regional titles in 2005 and 2006. 29-8 record in 2005, 28-10 in 2006, but their best record was 32-5. They did that in 2003. That's their best record, but they lost the regional regional semifinal game. Or excuse me, they won the regional semifinal, but Civic Memorial shut out Alton in the regional championship game 4-0 that year. Carter's 2 regional championships are 2 of only 3 regional championships in program history. The other came in year number 1 under Mary Bowling in 1977. The history between these two teams since 2000, Alton has the slight edge, 25-18 against Collinsville. Teams are 2-2 against each other in the playoffs. So you count the playoff records, and Alton is 27-20 versus Collinsville over the last 21 years. Meeting is over. 2 outs. Bases are full of Kahawks once again. And the pitch to Maya Clark from Grace Presley on the way. Swinging a bouncing ball, and that one's a nice job, and now they're going to hit her. Yep. Wellen is going to get called out. She tried to skip over that ball, but it just barely caught a shoe or something on the way out there, so Wellen is going to be called out, and that will put an end to the inning, but Collinsville does pick up 1 run on nary a base hit. Well, we had the triple by Mackenzie Young to start off that inning. She came home to score. Rafalowski was running for her, but in the inning, a couple of walks and a hit batter, and all that amounted to was 1 more run by Collinsville. But right now, that's all you need because the Kahawks have a 2-1 lead, and we head to the top of the 6th inning with Collinsville clinging to that 2-1 lead. We're back to tell you about the 6th inning in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahawk Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details.
Top of the 6th inning has arrived, and we have a close one here, 2-1 in favor of Collinsville. after another strange play on the base path. So we've had a runner called out for interfering with a player when the ball was hit down the third base line on the infield. And then Brianna Wellen gets called out for getting hit by the ball as it was skipping over toward shortstop. And I'm not sure if it hit her or not, but the umpire said it did, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, and that tough break for the Canucks. That was probably going to score a couple runs.
Yep.
And really break this lead open here for the Canucks, but it's going to still be a one-run game.
One-run game it is, and we will head back to the top of the order. And Audrey Evola will lead things off here for the Alton Lady Redbirds. She is a base hit, did that in the first inning, but she was erased on a force play at second. And in the third inning, she popped up to Maya Clark at second base. Here's the first pitch. Outside for a called strike. So Katie Bardwell has moved over to right field. And Rafalowski has came into the game and has taken over center field. Foul ball. Oh, and 2 the count to Audrey Evola, the catcher for Alton. Thomas is ready with the next. Swinging a little poke out to Bardwell, and she comes in a couple of steps and is in a perfect spot to take that one in for out number 1.
Just moved over there to right. Ball finds it right away.
Yeah.
Makes the play.
Isn't that the way it goes? Move positions or just come into the game and ball gets hit right to you. So that means that Rafalowski's next, right? Here is Alyssa Sowles, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Swinging it. There it goes out towards the outfield, and a couple of hops later, it's to Rafalowski, but it's a base hit. And Alton has their 4th base hit on the afternoon.
Just place that up over the infield. Ball's a couple steps in the grass. Nothing Rafalowski could do to get into that quicker.
Nope, not at all. Here is Elena Lastly. Lastly 0 for 2 with a fly out into the outfield and a pop up on the infield. And there's Rafalowski's chance, and she's in the perfect spot for out number 2.
Read that one well. A couple steps to her right and just veer back a little bit and make a catch.
Yeah, I'll take it. Reese Plant will come up with a runner on at first base and 2 out. Plant 0 for 2 as well with a pop up and a strikeout. And Thomas ready to go, and the first pitch misses, ball 1.
Alton can't push one across here in the 6th. They'll face the do-or-die 7th. Down at least 1.
And a foul ball down the third base side. My phone is lagging so far behind. I'm like, I turned off the game, and cell service is really choppy up here today. So is the hotspot service. Ball inside and low, and Mackenzie Young was ready to pop up and throw one down the second, but staying put was Alyssa Sowles over at first. She's there with 2 outs. Top of the 6th, 2-1. Collinsville with the lead. Next pitch from Thomas on the way. Swinging a foul back to the screen. One week from today, we'll be at Kahok Stadium for the Pink Out soccer game against Belleville East.
That's a busy sports day. There's softball at home, baseball at home,
and
soccer at
a
home.
chance for Wellen right into her glove, and a nice throw over to first base, and the inning comes to a close. Yeah, these Tuesdays and Thursdays are very busy these days, so we will see just how busy. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. That would be nice. So we now head to the home half of the 6th inning. Nothing doing in that half for Alton. They do pick up 1 hit, but they left that runner stranded. That's their 3rd runner left on base here in this game, and we will head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Collinsville clinging to a 1-run lead, and we're back to tell you all about, whoops, wrong one. Back. Bottom of the 6th. Yes, that's what we wanted to do. Hit the wrong button again. I've done that a couple of times. We are back with the bottom of the 6th inning here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs 46 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Here is Emma Hilton leading things off, and she'll swing through one. 1-1 the count to the designated player today for Collinsville, Emma Hilton. She lined out to Alyssa Sowles in her only other plate appearance. And a slow roller, that is foul. That one is a very, take it out of bounds. Foul territory. So Maya Clark, who was at the plate when Brianna Wellen was hit by that batted ball off of her bat to end the inning, does not get to bat. So we're still kind of scratching our heads up here about the other play that did bring the batter back. That one's going to stay in fair territory. Sowles picks it up, throws down to the first base, safe. Said that her foot was off the bag.
I think she beat it out cleanly.
Yeah?
I think she was there just a half a step before.
Yeah, because normally the referee will, or the umpire will do that if the foot's off the bag, and he didn't do that. So
Foot still could have been off the bag.
Yeah.
That was the call, but I think she beat it out either way.
Well, I'm going to give her a base hit because I'm just generous. 5th base hit of the afternoon for Collinsville, and that'll bring up Maddie Harris. Harris has grounded out and struck out. I said that Emma Hilton only had one at bat. She had two. She struck out and lined out. The backwards K threw me off. 2-1 Collinsville. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Kahok's looking to tack on at least one more run here. A little bit of a cushion heading into the 7th. Another bunt. That one's foul.
Kahok's looking to add on here before just the 1-run lead.
So 0-1 the count to Maddie Harris. Maddie steps in from the right side. Runner at first base. That is Emma Hilton. Nobody out. Pitch. Bunt. Right back to the pitcher's mound. Play is going to go over to first base, so nice job moving. Oh, and they dropped the ball, and now runners on the corners with no one out. That's a big error over there at first base.
Second one just like that.
And Collinsville has runners at the corners for Mackenzie Young as we go back to the top of the order. And the sunshine comes back. Voted for the 4th time today for Collinsville.
Young reached base. Well, she has 2 hits and hit by pitch 1. So where Rafalowski has come into the game.
Yeah.
So Young will stay on the bases this time.
Young will run for herself, but there's nobody out, so hopefully she'll have plenty of time to get back to the dugout and put on the catching tools. If pitch, high and outside, ball 1.
Kahok's got the unfortunate break last inning. We're going to play at least 1 run. Call went against him, saying the Wellen was hit by the batted ball.
Hilton's on at 3rd. Harris is on at 2nd. Young is on at 1st. Here's the pitch, and it's outside for a called strike.
That one was
High and outside.
more than anything.
High and outside for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Jakic was trying to smack that one down the third baseline. How's my screen looking here with all this bright sunshine? It's doable. Bases loaded, nobody out. Presley ready with another. Here it comes, swing and a miss. And down on strikes is Alex Jakic for the second time today. And that is the 8th strikeout on the afternoon for Presley, and that'll bring up Briley Anderton. Anderton, our pregame guest, leads in almost all offensive statistics. Outfield playing her straight away. Infield looking for a play at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swinging a chance. That goes right past the third baseman into the outfield. Collinsville gets 1 run home. Here comes the throw. And runner number 2 out and over at third base safe.
Harris ran through the stop sign and got thrown out there at home, but 1 run in for the Kahawks. Alton nearly got the 3rd out there at third base.
Called who safe? Did she really?
Okay, they got together and got that.
They got
one.
it out. Okay, I'm like, okay, that was way out, man.
Don't know what she missed, but she missed something, but they were able to correct it, and we'll move on.
So Anderton, with an RBI base hit, stands down at second base. On at third base is Mackenzie Young. Emma Hilton comes home to score. Swinging a foul ball that hit home plate first, or hit not home plate, but it hit inside the batter's box and then went down to third. Really didn't think we were going to see any more sunshine. I'm always hoping we do. Outside. She's been hit by a pitch twice and singled once. Because I know as soon as I go on here and adjust it for the sunshine that the clouds will move back in. So just bear with me here, folks. Wellen looking for something to drive herself. Has runners on second and third and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball out of play. 1-2. Presley. She's ready. In the circle. Wellen from the right side awaits the next, and here it is. It's in the dirt, and a nice job by Audrey Evola behind home plate to keep that one from going back to the screen. Yeah. And that was way wide.
Possibly saving a run.
Yeah.
Young might have tried to score.
Two and two now, the count to Brianna Wellen. Young is on at third base. Anderton's on at second. Wellen wants to plate both of them. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High, 3-2. Kahawks had the bases loaded in the first inning, in the third inning, the fifth inning, and now the sixth. And just 3 runs on the board to show for it. Swinging a long fly ball, but that one's going to get picked up by the wind, and it's going to blow it back toward the infield, and Wastick had to stay with it no matter what it did, and she did just that. It becomes the third out of the inning, and we're going to go to the 7th inning. Collinsville picks up another run, and the Kahawks lead by a score of 3-1, and they need 3 outs to secure another win. Do the Kahawks, and we'll be back to tell you all about it in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network. The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have it's free to post, wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community, helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. Back here at the Collinsville Sports Complex, top of the 7th inning. 3-1 in favor of your Collinsville Kahawks, and all they need is 3 outs. And they can secure win number 5 on the year and win number 2 in Southwestern Conference play. So that's what the Kahawks are looking to do, and then we'll have to deal with the middle of the order. It'll be Grace Presley, the pitcher, Lauren O'Neill, the second baseman, and Jordan Watzik, the left fielder, to deal with Marissa Thomas going for the complete game. Marissa has 1 complete game under her belt, looking for her 2nd win of the year, and Grace Presley will be the first one she'll face. Grace has grounded out twice here in this game, one to Marissa Thomas in the pitcher's circle and another one to Maya Clark at second base.
Why'd they turn the lights on?
I don't know.
The sun's shining more than it has all day, and
I know.
Turn the lights on here.
Maybe they're just checking them to see if they work. All right, here's the first pitch to Presley. It's high and outside.
In that baseball game.
Yeah.
And then to this today. Okay, here we go.
Well, the sun's not going to last much longer. I see all the dark clouds out west moving this way. Next pitch to Presley. Inside. Got to throw him over the plate there, girl. Let him hit it. Let your defense take care of it. No free passes.
Well, Alton players really haven't been able to let off them high pitches and haven't been able to do anything yet with it.
Next pitch to Presley. That one's a called strike on the outside corner. 2-1. Alton trails by 2, so they need base runners to have a chance. Collinsville doesn't want to give them that chance. 2-1 the count to Grace Presley, and here is the pitch from Thomas. Swinging a pop fly. This one's going to be trouble. It's in no man's land, and it's going to drop down in that Bermuda Triangle right behind first base. Bardwell on the run, couldn't get there. Clark running from second base, couldn't get there. And the tying run will come to the plate in the form of Lauren O'Neill.
Yep, right there in that Bermuda Triangle. Outfielders get together in the outfield.
And the runner, the batter, and the on-deck batter all meeting with Coach Dan Carter down the third baseline.
5-0 Cardinals.
5-0 Cardinals. Collinsville, by the way, took both at a home run. A couple of runs scored, 5 runs batted in. Anderton had a double with 4 runs scored and a couple of runs batted in. Lexi Rafalowski, as a freshman, went 1 for 3 with a run scored. And Katie Bardwell, a freshman, went 1 for 5 with 2 runs scored and a run batted in. So freshman had a grand old time against Alton last year for Alton here in this game. Runner on at first base, that's Grace Presley. Nobody out. Top of the 7th, Collinsville needs 3 outs. And there's another base hit. Back-to-back hits. And Alton has the go-ahead run come to the plate now with the tying run on at first base.
First 2 reached back in the 5th for Alton. They ended up getting a run. First 2 have reached here in the 7th. They're going to need at least 2.
Yep, and here comes Jordan Watzik. Watzik is 2 for 2 on the afternoon with a single and a triple. She knocked in Lauren O'Neill with the only run of the game so far for Alton. Collinsville looking for a double play ball. Strike on the inside corner to Jordan Watzik, the left fielder. Hope Knight waits on deck. Kahawks trying to get out of this. Swinging a foul ball, and in an 0-2 hole is Watzik, and a strikeout would be really huge here.
Strikeout, and then you're looking at facing the 8 and 9 batters after that.
Well, the 7 batter has got you for 2 hits today, a single and a triple. So you got to be careful with her, but right now you're all right with an 0-2 count. And here comes pitch number 3. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen, and Watzik stays alive. Going to talk things over with Jessica Schmittling in the post-game show after this one's over.
Umpire wanted to see the ball, but we're ready to go.
I don't know why you wanted to see the ball. At any rate, it was a quick look-see. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a pop fly. This one is going to be handled by Bardwell. She's underneath it. 1 out. Runners stay put. And the Kahawks 2 outs away from picking up win number 5.
None of the runners tagged up. They ended up going.
The right fielder is 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a pop-up and a strikeout. Little instruction coming from Dan Carter. Last lost against Alton was in May of 2019, 5-2 right here on this field. The last sweep by Alton was 2017. Matter of fact, from 2013 to 2017, Alton won 10 straight games with 5 series. Emily Landite waits on deck. Double play would keep her there and in the game. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a shot right into the glove of Thomas, and if she would have thrown over to first base, we would have had that double play.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be it. You called the double play, but then Thomas never looked over by first base.
Landite 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up in foul territory that Alex Jakic took care of. So Alton down to their last out. And a strike, throw down to third base, not in time. Both runners will advance. So the tying run is down at second base now. Landite still has her work cut out for her. Double steal with first 2 stolen bases on the afternoon for Alton. They came in with only 3 stolen bases this year. And they were caught once. So they've only tried 4 up until this game. Runners at second and third. 1-1 the count to Landite. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play. So the Kahawks are 1 strike away from winning this one. 3 strikeouts on the afternoon for Thomas. 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fifth. So it's like every other inning. So pitch. Swing and a base hit. That's going to 1 bounce in front of Bardwell, and 1 run is home. Stopping at third base. Now a throw down to second. Ooh, boy. That was dangerous. That one almost sailed away from Anderton and went into the outfield. But, Rafalowski was there to back it up. But I think that any kind of mistake like that, and O'Neill would have scored. So Presley comes in to score. It's 3-2. Collinsville still with the lead.
Back to the top of the order.
And runners stay at second and third. RBI base hit for Landite. And back to the top of the order for Audrey Avola, who singled in her first at bat to start this game off with, and since then went 0 for 2. Pop up. Who wants it? It's going to be Maddie Harris calling for it, and in front of her is Rafalowski. Steps in front of her and gave everybody a little heart murmur up here in the box, and Collinsville comes away with the victory after the fly out. And Rafalowski stepped in front of Harris and that is the end of the game. Alton scores 1 run here in the 7th inning, but Collinsville, they hang on and they win this one by a final score of 3-2. Wow, what a game, and that was a little bit of fun to watch. It was a pretty nice, crisp game. It went by quickly, and we had some excitement, and Collinsville, more importantly, comes out with the win. That's the most important thing, correct?
Yeah, most important thing there, some excitement from time to time, but Alton got 1 across here in the 7th, but the Kahawks hold on and get all-important conference win, and it's nice to just play.
It sure is nice to just play. I'll agree with you there. So that's going to do it. We're going to take a break here as we transition ourselves into the post-game program brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road there in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show, that comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahok sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference. Service Club. Head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostics get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible.
And once again, we welcome you back over the Alton Lady Redbirds. Collinsville, 3 runs on 6 hits. They committed no errors. They left 9 base runners on base, did the Kahawks, in 4 different innings and stranded the bases loaded a couple of times. Alton, 2 runs on 7 hits. They committed a couple of errors, and they left 5 base runners on base. For Marissa Thomas, she gets the win in the circle. She didn't walk anyone here today. She struck out 3, and she gave up those 2 runs on those 7 hits. And a couple of stolen bases by Alton in that last inning. The only stolen bases against Thomas and the batter. So she had a wild day swinging around on all kinds of different stats there for Grace Presley. And Collinsville comes out victorious here this afternoon by a score of 3-2. So Collinsville moves to 5-4 on the year and 2-1 in Southwestern Conference play. Alton drops to 0-6, and they are now 0-3 in Southwestern Conference play. One more break coming your way as we await Coach Jessica Schmitling to get out of her huddle out there in left field and come up and talk to us here in a moment. So one more break coming up, and if she doesn't come up here by then, we'll go ahead and get out of here. But it looks like the huddle is breaking up, so we'll have her here in just a moment as the Chiropractic Works postgame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Team wins here today by a final score of 3-2. And joining us on the post-game interview is head coach Jessica Schmittling. So I got to ask, man, first inning, have you ever seen an inning that had 3 hit batters and 3 strikeouts in the same inning?
I don't think that I have. Yeah, we kind of came out in the situation there where felt really good. Put 2 batters on in the first 2 pitches of the game with our 3 batter. Made for kind of a tough momentum shift there that we thought should have landed in our pocket to kind of go over to their side and slow start to the game that way.
A couple of other weird plays as well. Briley Anderton getting tagged or called out at third coming down the line when it looked to me like the third baseman stepped in front of her and impeded her movement to home plate. And then Brianna Wellen getting thrown out at second base when they said the ball hit her. I didn't see it hit her.
Yeah, so it was did not hit her. It was pathway to the ball that the shortstop wasn't able to have on that play there. So that's what we were kind of talking. I was talking with the umpire out there about that. And so, yeah, we kind of call those like inning killers, if you will, in a way. And so, again, I think that kind of put us in a situation where we just had to be mentally tough to go right back out on defense. And both of those times obviously could have blown up into something bigger. And fortunately for us, they didn't. But those are big momentum shifts that, unfortunately, again, didn't kind of land our way. So
you had the bases loaded 4 innings in this game. You left 9 runners on base. Normally, when those things happen, you don't win.
Yeah, I think just the big testament today was the fact that Marissa just threw an excellent game in the circle, and I think she just really had her best stuff, and her and Mac worked well together as a battery out there, and then defensively we played behind her in that. I think just the next piece of it for us is to offensively do the same thing to not leave as many runners on base, especially in those timely situations.
Yeah, she had 3 strikeouts but didn't give up any walks, so that was nice to see for Marissa Thomas. And you mentioned Mackenzie Young back behind the plate, but offensively she had a great game as well. She was on base all 4 times. She's scored a run, had a triple and a double. Talk about your catcher for a moment.
Yeah, so Mac, she has been stepping into that leadoff role for us. So at the beginning of the season, we had a Lexi Rafalowski there, and she had a little bit of a shoulder injury, so it kind of brought us to a place of asking who was going to fill that leadoff role. And when we talked to the MAC about it, she stepped up, and I think she just has a good presence when she starts the game there and then continues to just be versatile at the plate. So, you know, if we need to ask her to bunt, to hit and run, to, you know, hit for contact, hit for power, whatever that is, she's just so versatile there that it makes sense. And, again, I think her presence there just gives the dugout energy to feed into with her just leadership overall.
I know you guys are very happy to get a game in because you've lost a lot of games to rainouts, but man, you guys have dealt with some conditions out here. It was windy the game that we did here last week, blowing straight in from center field, and the wind here today didn't help at all either. So nicely done. And now you got to go to Breeze Central tomorrow and play a good Cougars team because they know how to play some softball in Clinton County.
Yeah, they every time we go there, it's cold. So they're calling for snow, and you know, I think the last time I was there, it took me about 6 hours to dethaw. So, but yeah, we're looking forward to just having a week that has more than 2 games in it that we haven't been able to do in a couple weeks. So.
All right, well, enjoy this victory. Have fun at Breeze tomorrow, and I'll be back here Monday to see you against Freeburg.
All right, thanks, Todd.
Thank you. That is Jessica Schmittling, the Collinsville Lady Kahok softball head coach. They're victorious here today by a score of 3-2, and that is going to do it for us. A big thank you to Briley Anderton joining us in the pregame interview, Coach Jessica Schmittling joining us in the postgame one, and to Chris Kettler, of course, for being on the other microphone with us. My name is Todd Duke, and that's going to do it for us for this week. We will be back with you on Monday as the Freeburg Lady Midgets come to town here on this very field of the Collinsville Sports Complex to take on your Lady Cahoks, game scheduled for a 4:30 start. So until then, everybody enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.